Hi, it's Yvonne from the Fabric Hut. Hey, this time on Quick Gifts, we are going to make some little ornaments. And these ornaments are so much fun to make. You're going to start with just a circle of fabric and turn it into, you can use them as hangers. You can use them as just little coasters, or this size here, which is what I'm going to show you how to make, will fit a gift card right snug in the back. So you can hide a little gift card in it and hang it on the tree or tuck it in a stocking or something like that. So they're just a whole bunch of fun. So join me over at my sewing machine and we'll get going. All right, for our sample, we are going to be using our Corel plate that's about almost 7 inches as our template. Any size plate will work, any size, whatever you have. Um, This one is going to give us about a 3-inch square. So 2 fabrics, 2 alternating fabrics, and you're going to place them right sides together. Okay, just like that. When I did this, I put them down and I drew around it and then cut it with my scissors. Because my rotary cutter is a little bit bulky to get that nice curve. If you have one of the small rotary cutters, that works really well. To me, this is the medium size. The small one is the 28 millimeter. That one will go, you could use this plate as the template and cut around it. But I don't have one of those. I lent it to somebody or gave it to somebody, or it's not here anymore. So I have now got this set with green bobbin thread and red top thread because I have green and red. That was profound. Okay, get them kind of evened out. Now you notice they're not exactly the same all the way around. It's okay. You're going to smooth it out with your 1/4-inch foot here, and you're going to just sew all the way around with your 1/4-inch foot. And I'm kind of just letting the machine do the curve for me. By anchoring my finger here, it kind of just automatically moves it around in a circular form. Got to make sure it's not getting puckery. It's not. It's doing well. And go all the way around. Now you know when you're working with a circle, if you want to turn it and want it to be nice and smooth, you need to clip your edges all the way around. I hate that step. So I have taken to using my pinking shears. And just pink all the way around it, and that will serve as clipping those curves for you. These are actually my grandmother's pinking shears. They're gingers, and so they're nice ones, and they've served really well for a long time. So I love them. I might have a pinking shear problem. I have, I think, 4 or 5 pairs. Some of them are antiques. Some of them are new. I have my mother-in-law's. She's not sewing anymore. I have her mother's, who has been gone for a long, long time. I have mine. I have my friends who passed away a few years ago. And so, I have a collection of pinking shears. These are the ones I like best because they're the sharpest. The older ones tend to get a little less sharp. Okay, so now we have our circle, and I'm going to give it a quick press just to set those seams. Okay, we have sewn all the way around. Now, we are going to turn this circle, and before we can turn it, we have to figure out where to cut it open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my seams together right here, and that's my halfway point. And I am going to just kind of give a little finger press on the halfway point right there. So right here is that line. Let me do a marker on it so you can see it. That's the line where I folded that to the middle, right there. Oops. Well, this marker, maybe I need a new one. Well, you can kind of see it right there. Bring you in a little bit more. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the fabric up, separate these little guys out, if I can. There we go. And get the green one separate from the red one. And I'm going to take a little snip on that line right there. And I'm going to enlarge that little snip to about 1 inch. It doesn't have to be huge. It just has to fit your finger in to turn. And I'm going to turn it through that hole. And that will give us a nice finished edge that you don't have to try and turn a curve under. That can be really difficult to do. Okay, and I'm going to just use my thumbnail to push it all the way out, all the way around. And then I will, once I get that all the way out, I will put it down on my ironing board and get out my point turner and just kind of run it through the whole thing to make sure it's nice and out. Because I want it to be as close to a round circle as possible. Obviously, it's not going to be exact because I'm not that accurate of a sewer. Okay, there we go. Nice circle. And I'm going to give it a good press. Right there. And then turn it over and see. Oh, I got a little green coming up to the back, but not so much that it's going to matter. Okay. So now I have those all sewn and pressed out. This is where the magic begins. Now, we need to, keeping track of this open hole, we need to fold our thing in half again. And when we do that, I'm going to use my white chalk pencil so I can see it. This is 1/4 or 1/2 and 1/2. So I have marked my halfway points on both of those sides. And I'm going to line those two up so I can get a true quarter. Let's see. So there's one. Okay, those are lined up. And I'm going to do it again. Right there. Get it laid out where I can do my marking. Mark there and there. Now this one is not a heat erase marker. This one I will have to erase with, it's a chalk marker. Okay, so now remember we had our halfway kind of folded in there. We're going to do the same thing on the quarter half. We want to give it a nice, get them lined back up, give it a nice quarter mark there so we can see it. Okay, we're going to bring our pressing mat back up. Okay, and give those just a little bit so we can make sure we can see them well, because this is the part that matters. Okay, so we have it pressed in quarters. Now, we are going to take this one, bring it up to the center, and see, here's my fold right there. So I'm bringing it up to the center, and I am going to press it down right here. Give a good crease right there. And I'm going to bring this one up to meet it in the middle. See that? Okay. And we'll press it down too. It's important to get these presses in or the next step is going to be harder. Then we're going to turn it and do the same thing this way. Bring it up, and you can get these folds lined up with the fold you just did, and bring it up to the center and give it a press. Now you press that other one good enough that this isn't going to unpress it, and then do the same here. Now you have you press it in 4 ways. Okay? So you've got a press going here, and here and here and here. But that's not how we're going to leave it. But they all meet right there in the middle. Now you're going to take a needle and thread. This is a little too fiddly to do with a sewing machine. So take a needle and thread and make a little knot and take a stitch right at the first of those white dots. Okay? And go straight across and get the next one. So you've anchored those two dots together. And take a couple stitches. Put your finger in there and just take 2 or 3. At this point, 2 is probably enough. We can reinforce it once we get them all in. Okay, so you've got that stitched in. Now you're going to bring this one up, but as you bring it up, you want to fold those out. See how that looks now? Kind of have your corners folded. Oh, no, you can't see because I'm not in the right place. There you go. You're going to bring this one up and fold out the sides and take a little stitch. Okay. Oh, I almost got it right in the center. It's okay. It's going to be covered up by a button, so we got it. Okay, there we go. And then you're going to do the same thing. Fold this out and bring this one up and do another stitch. Right there. We'll do two stitches. And that's going to kind of anchor everything together right there in the center. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I just unthreaded my needle. Don't you hate it when that happens? Because I have it threaded with double thread. So let's see if I can get it both back through the eye. I did it once. I can do it again. There we go. Did I get them both? Nope, I only got one. Well, we'll get the other one now. Here we go. Don't you love it when a tutorial goes just the way it's planned? I wanted you guys to see me do this. This is why I unthreaded it. I'm sure I did that on purpose. There we go. Okay. Now we have our needle threaded with all of our threads, double threaded, because otherwise you have to take so many little stitches there to keep them together. And now I have it twisted. Okay. Phew. I got it. All right. So I was going to take one more stitch just to hold it together before that calamity happened. Okay. We are held together now with all 4 of them right in the middle. Now we are just going to take and open it out like this. It kind of makes a little hat in the corner and flip it to the back side like that. See that? Open it up and flatten it out and keep it pointed at the point and flip it over. Get my fingers working here. And as you go around, it's going to form that little star in the middle. And the last one, now notice I haven't cut my thread yet. I still have this thread. We want to leave that there for a moment because we're not quite done. Okay, so you get them all done. You can hit them with an iron if you want once you get them all pressed where you want them to be. These make the cutest little gift tags too, or decorations on packages. Or you can put a ribbon on it and make it an ornament, whatever you want. Okay, and then we are going to take that red thread that we still have threaded, and you can put any color button. I have a little white button. I don't know, maybe I'll wait and get a green one. Nah, let's just go for a white. Give it a little pizzazz in the middle. And just sew your little button right through all of it. That's going to secure those corners. And if they, oh, well, that was goofy. Well, I didn't do that right, did I? Again, I'm sure I did that on purpose just to show you. Because I'm just that way. Okay, again, threading 2 threads through a teeny tiny eye. Oh, get up here where you can see me. 2 threads through the eye. And she do it in one time. Well, I got one of them. Got one in, one out. Okay. Now my eyes are crossing. Okay. And so then you're just going to sew on your button right there in the middle, and it'll make it look all festive and cute, and you're all done. That easy with a little circle of fabric. And you see that where we cut that fabric, it's all encased in there, so you'll never see where we did that little slice on the green fabric. Okay? So have fun making ornaments, package decorations, or whatever you want them to be. And like I say, use any size of circle, 2 of each, and off you go. Happy gift making!